March 2019. Dark clouds gathered over the Indian Ocean, thick and heavy like a curtain closing on the horizon. At first, people thought it was just another tropical storm. After all, storms came and went. But this one was different. Within days, it would be called one of the deadliest cyclones to ever hit Africa. A storm that would swallow entire cities, wash away lives, and leave scars that are still felt today. This is the story of Cyclone Idai. In Mozambique, life went on as usual. Children played in dusty streets, fishermen prepared their nets, and families cooked meals under the setting sun. But out at sea, far beyond the coastline, winds began to spin, gathering strength. By March 14th, Idai had grown into a monster, winds tearing at 175 kilometers per hour. The people had no idea what was coming. Night fell over the coastal city of Beira, home to 500,000 people. The ocean roared louder than thunder, waves rising like mountains. And then, without mercy, Cyclone Idai slammed into the city. Roofs ripped off houses, concrete walls crumbled, streets became rivers. The city was plunged into darkness as power lines snapped, leaving only the sound of screaming winds and the cries of terrified families. Imagine waking up to water filling your bedroom. Imagine climbing onto your roof with your children, praying the storm would pass. For many, that night was endless. Families clung to trees for hours, some for days, as floodwaters raged around them. Hospitals were destroyed, schools reduced to rubble, and roads torn apart. The city of Beira was described as 90% destroyed, almost wiped off the map. But Idai's wrath did not stop there. After devastating Mozambique, the cyclone tore through Zimbabwe and Malawi, flooding villages, toppling bridges, and cutting off entire communities from the outside world. Crops, the lifeline for millions, were gone, drowned beneath endless water. In a region already struggling with poverty, Idai turned survival into a daily war. When the skies finally cleared, the true horror emerged. Bodies floated in rivers, families searched desperately for loved ones. Nearly 1,300 people were confirmed dead. But many believe the true number was far higher, hidden in the waters and mud. More than 3 million people were affected, left homeless, hungry, and vulnerable to disease. Cholera outbreaks spread in the aftermath, turning tragedy into an even greater nightmare. One mother recalled clutching her baby as the waters rose, praying for a miracle. Another survivor described standing on a rooftop, watching helplessly as neighbors were swept away. For many, the memory of Idai is not just about loss, but about survival against impossible odds. The world watched in shock. Aid agencies rushed in, food, water, medicine, and shelter. But the scale of destruction was so great that even international help felt like a drop in an endless flood. Helicopters dropped supplies to stranded families. Rescuers pulled children from treetops, and slowly, painfully, Mozambique, Zimbabwe, and Malawi began to rebuild. Cyclone Idai was not just a natural disaster. It was a reminder of Africa's vulnerability to climate change, weak infrastructure, and fragile economies. It showed the strength and resilience of communities who, even after losing everything, still found a way to stand again. But above all, Idai left a scar on history, a storm that rewrote the meaning of survival in southern Africa. Imagine losing your home, your food, your family, all in a single night. That was the reality of Cyclone Idai, a storm that history will never forget. And yet, beyond the destruction, there are stories of courage, humanity, and survival that remind us of the strength of the human spirit. This is Story District, If you want more forgotten tragedies, hidden histories, and the stories the world tried to bury, subscribe now. Because history isn't just about the past, it's about the lessons that keep us alive today.